clapping that hand to that shoulder. So right hand to left shoulder, left hand to right shoulder. Just keep those lungs open. And again, try to keep those hips as low as you can. Ten seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go and stand back up. We're doing that jog in place. Our next exercise is going to be that stutter jack. It's just like a regular jumping jack, but we're going to be doing it in 3 different positions. So let's start that up in 3, 2, 1. Just watch Kelly to learn it. It's going to be a pause in the middle. So it's a regular jumping jack at the bottom and the top, but you're just going to pause in the middle halfway through that motion. Just keep those lungs open. Now this can actually be a little bit hard to get used to at first just because your body's telling you to do a regular jumping jack. Just take your time, move slowly, and really exaggerate where those feet and those hands are going to go. Got 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back that jog in place. Get those feet moving. Again, if you want to make it harder, just move those feet quicker or start picking those knees up higher to get more into a high knee. Otherwise, just keep those feet shuffling back and forth. And we're going to switch back to that plank slap. So drop it down to that push-up position, alternating those hands back and forth. Left hand to right shoulder, right hand to left shoulder, keeping those hips nice and low in that full plank position. Keep those lungs open, breathing normally. Anytime you're really engaging those core muscles, it makes it much, much more difficult to breathe. So your body's going to kind of want you to try to hold your breath to stabilize those abdominal muscles. If you keep those lungs open and breathe normally, it's actually going to make those abdominal muscles have to work a lot harder. You're going to get a lot more out of it. So always keep breathing. Got 5 seconds left till we stand up. 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and stand back up. That jog in place. Got one more round of those stutter jacks. We're going to start them up here in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and start them up. Last round of those stutter jacks. Remember, pausing halfway through. So regular jumping jack motion to the bottom and the top, just pausing the middle halfway through that range of motion. Keep those arms and legs nice and rigid. Keep those core muscles nice and tight. Breathing normally. Got 20 seconds left. Just 10 more seconds. Keep them going. Keep everything nice and rigid. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it relax. Nicely done. Our next 2 exercises are going to be a lateral hop and a high knee jack. So let's go ahead and get ready and started with that lateral hop. There's going to be a nice quick motion left to right, jumping as wide as you can. The idea is to get as much distance left to right as possible rather than straight up. So you want to try to keep those hips as low as you can to the ground and try to focus on just getting as much distance left to right as is possible. Just keep that motion nice and slow, under control. If you need a little bit of a break on those ankles, if you need a little less impact, if those ankles and knees are fine, then start trying to get really, really nice, big, wide, quick motions. And we're going to switch that jog in place in 4, 3, 2, 1, and jog in place. Just barely letting that foot touch the ground before you're pulling it right back up again, switching back and forth between those feet. Remember, if you want to make it a little bit harder, drive those knees a little higher. And let's go ahead and move to that high knee jack. So that knee is going to come straight up, just like a regular high knee. It's a slow march in place. Every single time that knee comes up, those hands come down and clap underneath that thigh. And then as those legs go back down, those arms come straight up over your head. Get a nice full straight line through that body. Just keep those lungs open. Really, really try to exaggerate that range of motion. So try to bring that knee up as high as you possibly can. Try to get that knee up to your chest as high as possible. You're not just trying to go to knee height or knee to hip height. You're trying to get that knee way up there, really nice and high. And go and switch it back to that jog in place. Nice quick motion. Keep those lungs open. Try to recover as quickly as you can, as much as you can. And back to those lateral hops, just left to right, nice big wide motion, slower if you need a little bit of a break, faster if you want it to be harder. Keep those lungs open and try to keep those hips nice and low. Got 10 seconds left. Just keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it relax. We're moving back to that jog in place. We have one more round of that high knee jack. Start that last round of high knee jacks in 3, 2, 1, and start them up. Nice full range of motion. Again, get a nice straight line through that body as those arms go up over your head. And make sure that knee comes up really nice and high as those arms come down and clap underneath that thigh. Just keep exaggerating that range of motion as best you can. Really make your body have to work. Keep those arms nice and rigid. Make sure that bicep and tricep are working against each other the entire time to keep that arm perfectly straight. Got just a few seconds left to go. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it relax. All right, let's move on to the next. Our next two exercises are going to be a side leg raise with an oblique crunch and a plank with a rear leg raise. So let's go ahead and get started with that first exercise, the side leg raise with an oblique crunch. Just rocking back and forth that torso. Every single time you rock to the left, that left leg comes up. Every single time you rock to the right, that right leg comes up. So you want to focus on getting a really nice high leg raise as well as a really nice contraction through that oblique towards the direction you're crunching. So just keep alternating back and forth. It's a slow, controlled motion. Don't kick that leg. You want to raise it up nice and slow and lower it down nice and slow. Keep those lungs open. Just keep that motion going. Try to keep a nice even pace on it. Got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Jog in place. Really nice quick motion with those feet. Remember, you can always make it harder by speeding it up and bringing those knees up higher. Or if you need to, you can always slow it down. Just do a nice shuffle back and forth. And go ahead and switch it. We're moving into that plank with a rear leg raise. So down into that push-up position. One leg at a time. Squeeze it up as tight as you can. It's okay if you let those hips kick up on this one just a little bit. It'll actually give you a little bit more range of motion on that leg. Just don't let them come up too high. Keep those core muscles nice and tight. Keep those legs nice and tight. Keep those arms almost locked out. You want a tiny, tiny bit of a bend in that elbow. You got 10 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and stand it back up. Jog in place. Got one more round of each exercise. Starting back over with that side leg raise with the oblique crunch in 3, 2, 1, and switch it. Hands by your ears, just crunching left to right.